There's lots of gutter guards on the market. This is one of them. It's called Leaf Relief, and it's basically a piece of aluminum with holes punched in it with this rubber gasket, which is what makes this one unique. It's got this rubber gasket here that pushes against the fascia and allows for a better seal on the back, because metal is not flexible. You want something that can flex against the back of the fascia board or the shingle. So this is an important part of this design. Now, lots of gutter guards are on the market, and some of them are super cheap. You can buy them in Home Depot. They're plastic and they fall apart. And then there's the kind that are super expensive that a company has to custom make, and they're supposed to never have an issue. And I think that they'll stand behind warranties with that, but this is the middle ground to all gutter guards. And I'll show you what it looks like in the gutter, and talk to you a little bit about how it performs. So you got your gutter. This is a 6K gutter, and you face the rubber gasket towards the back of the gutter, which is right there. And this little lip here sits on top of the front of the gutter, and then it sits in the gutter. So you get leaves. Let me see if I got some leaves. Got some leaves. They sit on there like that. They don't get into the gutter. This pushes against the back of the fascia board, and the leaves sit on there. Now, it's supposed to be like a 20-mile-an-hour wind, a 15-mile-an-hour wind. We'll blow these things off of here over time. If you have a house where you're set in the ground and you don't get any wind, this will not blow the leaves off of there. Look, it's kind of windy today. See how it's kind of moving it. But typically they'll blow right off of there, and the water will come through and no problem. It gets installed with screws on the face of this. So you put a screw every 6 to 8 inches on the face of this into the front of the gutter, and that's what secures it into the gutter. And then the back part of this pushes up against the fascia, so this thing does not move. So these gutter guards, they're not maintenance free. You may have to get up and swipe some of the stuff off the top if you have a lot of these type of things that come off the trees, and if you don't have enough wind. But they're way better as far as your ROI. So let's say in 4 years you look up and there's leaves still on there, it's not draining properly. You would call us back, and we would come back and swipe that stuff off of there, and you're good for another 4 years. Think about trying to call a roofer or somebody to clean your gutters twice a year. It's annoying to call them. It costs money every time, and just coordinating that stuff can be a nightmare for people. Instead, you got like a 4-year return before you even have to probably even think about trying to maintenance this type of gutter guard system. And for the price point, it sits in the middle, and so that's why we use this style Leaf Relief all the time on any job. If anyone asks, I want gutter guards, we explain the same thing to them, that it's not the end all be all, but it's going to save you time. It's going to save you effort of calling a contractor every time your gutters feel like they're clogged, and getting them cleaned out. And then maybe there's a storm coming and they can't get to your house, and then it overflows, it floods your basement. These things will perform really well, but like I said, they're not the best and they're not the worst, but this is the middle ground, and they perform the best for our customers. So this is why we use Leaf Relief.